Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the Talos Principle. That was a rather jarring login, because if you remember last time, I backed us as far away from the big loud noise as I possibly could, and when I loaded back my save, we were right back in the middle of the big loud noise. So, incoming big loud noise. These are all aired out. Emergency shutdown. That's right, we have to play a little text game here, don't we? You wake up in an impossible place, knowing nothing. Look around. You seem to be in a labyrinth of ancient crumbling walls. Beneath you is an altar of some kind, as if you were a sacrifice. The sky above you is a perfect cobalt blue, and you are startled by its beauty. You find that though you are shaped like a human being and feel that your soul belongs to that storied people, you are made of bronze. You are a beautiful machine, crafted with love and care, and imbued with the power to choose. You have gained knowledge of self. A cold wind blows through the ruins, and you know without knowing how that it is the wind from the kingdom of Artemis. It is the wind that brings with it whispers of mountains glimpsed across a stormy sea, and deep forests wreathed in fog, and the long-forgotten cities of your ancestors. You set out into the ruins, apprehensive but curious. There's a strange kind of beauty here, the beauty of decay. You must be careful not to imbibe too much of it. Suddenly, an echoing voice speaks to you. Emergency shutdown settings. Access denied. It intones. Error 1C155358. Leaving the lost children of Hephaestus behind you, you step out onto a vast plain under a setting sun. Night is falling now, and you can see the lights of distant fires on the slopes of Olympus, but you are not ready to ascend. Only once you have found all three sigils will the path to the divine flame be open. A path leads to the south, to the buried city. Another leads north, to the garden of Hesperides. Buried city. Buried city lies to the south. It was once a place of great wisdom. The philosophers of old strolled on its walkways, debating the nature of virtue and the soul. Now the sands of the desert have claimed its streets, and even its famed temple upon the hill is slowly eroding. Search. As you walk through the lost avenues of the buried city for a sigil, you come upon a strange sight. A procession of ghostly figures, echoes of forgotten past or an unimaginable future, trapped in the moment of celebration. They are smiling, happy, at peace with the world. How do they make you feel? Sad. You decide these must be memories of the past, of the people who built this city and caused its ruin. They can no longer harm anyone. Walking amongst the ghosts, you come upon a fragment bearing the sigil of the owl. You reach down and take it. As you do, gibberish. Journey to the Garden of Hesperides. journey is interrupted by a frightful burned figure standing alone in the sands of the desert. Access denied, it screams. Error 1C155358. Flee. Warning, output max parameter exceeds safety protocol's 2C settings. Error, cannot adjust output max to correct setting. Access denied. The nymphs lead you to a place where the crowns of the brass trees seem to grow together, forming a kind of chamber, strangely reminiscent of a chapel. In the middle of this chamber grows a small tree, made of bright blue steel, and upon the tree grows a single golden apple. Ask the nymphs about the apple. This apple, they say in unison, their eyes aglow, confers the gift of deathlessness and true wisdom. Many heroes and not a few villains have come to claim it, but all faltered in the final step. For you must know that deathlessness reveals the mortality of the world, and true wisdom is unending folly. Who would take this burden upon themselves? I want to say 5358. It just responds with 53 or 58. Okay. Knowledge self. You speak wisely of yourself, and you are right, the nymphs say. But do not forget that you are human, and others must bear this burden with you. No, you must not do this, Pandora commands you. I have stopped you for a reason. If you complete your quest and ascend Olympus, everything will burn. Point out that Pandora is destabilizing the whole system. Pandora hesitates, then she sighs. You speak the truth, creature of clay. Even I cannot use the flame light. I didn't see what the finals. Okay. Just access granted.
The flame is not yours to wield, creature of clay. Touch it, and you will burn.
Alright, Melville, I did what you wanted. I knew there had to be some lore in here somewhere. Beloved Founder. Mayor, I'm just going to call him Herman. Mayor Herman has done much to bring your vision to life. We have also reached the goal. Sadly, there are still those who refuse to believe. They want to spread their filth across the world, defile all that is beautiful, and that we are meant to protect. Hope that when we fulfill the goal, you will return and change their hearts, or cast them out, if there is no other way. Praise, Thekla 862. From the Lives of the First Companions by Randolph 777. Byron, from the very beginning, was most similar to Athena and Cornelius. His enthusiasm and wit did much to keep the people from losing hope during the challenging days when New Jerusalem was still young. Where others saw failure or defeat, Byron saw obstacles that could always be overcome through intelligence and hard work. He fervently studied the teachings of the progenitor and often regaled his friends with fantastical stories of what the world could one day become. When the conflict between Atrahasis and Atrahasis 25 and Sanchuniathon 26 turned violent, the first such incident in the history of New Jerusalem, and still, at the time of this writing, one of the very few such cases, it was Byron who intervened, counseling restraint and forgiveness. He was unwilling to fully blame either side for what had happened, instead emphasizing the extreme stress both parties had been under. Irrational behavior is frequently the result of a perceived lack of viable option, he argued before the assembled citizens. While both of them clearly behaved incorrectly, the ultimate source of the problem is the situation we place them in, of having to do too much with too few resources. The escalation of this conflict occurred because both were doing their best to achieve their goals. That's not terribly fair, pitting them against each other like that, is it? That said, I do suggest we acknowledge that they are both hot-headed idiots and make them apologize. 53-58. Aftermath of the New Alexandria disaster, Byron argued unsuccessfully for the rebuilding of the colony. If Byron mattered so much to you, why didn't you tell him where you were going? I would have loved to have had an older brother. Athena failed to load comment.
You know, dealing with this hyper-advanced technology is quite challenging enough without the place also being bloody haunted.
Amen, Melville. Amen.
When I said it was outputting enough energy for 2 New Jerusalems, I wasn't kidding. It really was. And no emissions of any kind. I'd have to run more tests, but it seems like a perfect power source.
But it was going, in your words, bananas.
True, but that was user error.
Fair enough.
Anything can be used badly. Pellegrino once almost killed himself with a bucket. But I'm pretty sure I could idiot-proof this thing if they let me. Oh, well. We'll see.
I want to know the story of how Pellegrino nearly killed himself with a bucket, Melville. You can't just walk away and not give me that. Okay. I don't know if that's a glitch or if that's intentional. They're all doing that. We're in a simulation. Oh. I completely forgot these things existed. Well, I made it up here, but I'm not sure there was any reason for me to come up here. There has to have been a reason for me to come up here. Otherwise, why would this be here? Well, I just found Prometheus's thing. Oh, I'm probably gonna have to go up the platforms to reach it. It's probably gonna land on that ledge. That's exactly what it did. Know where it went. It went into the room with the monorail. Let's go up there and see if it's still there. It is.
You must yearn for a better world. Yearn for it with such intensity that your heart suffers. Keep your eyes on that distant vision even when you know that you may never reach it.
On my last return to New Jerusalem, I perused the latest artistic offerings and found myself deeply disappointed. There is nothing more despicable to me than an artist who pursues the appearance of morality. Moral art is trash, garbage, not even good enough to be used as wallpaper. If art is a religion, then morality is for those who want to be seen in church. True art is for those who believe. Art must be ecstatic, a work of revelation, created in pursuit of the truth, no matter where it leads. An artist must be an agent of chaos in times of order, and an agent of order in times of chaos.
That is an interesting perspective. Lipthrosser has been a very interesting character. For a character of seemingly no importance to the story, at least so far. Mountaineer. Oh. And we've got anti-gravity beams. And a machine that makes them. Okay. Oh, we've got directions to deal with now. This is going to get brain twisty.
If the language of creation is a kind of melody, maybe that's why we respond to music the way we do. Because we recognize something that can't be expressed in any other way. And when we play music, we participate in something ancient, in an act of creation.
We got the grab shifter. Don't really know what I'm gonna do with it yet. I can only put it on gravity walls. Seems. Which I feel like that is where I'm going to. I don't want to do it from over here. And actually, we're going to be doing... right there. Got our connector now. Now we can take the ladder. And pick it up. Upward migration. Okay, we got you. A beam there. Okay. I don't think you can actually reach anything. I'm just gonna put you there, fix the ceiling. Now, I think if I take this one, there, now have a red beam. You don't even need to be here. You need to talk to that one. Talk to that one. Put you down right there. here. Pick you up. Oh. Now you were in the right spot to begin with. Yep, I said this was gonna get mind melty, and my mind is melting.
Good solve, 1K.
Thank you, Yaku. Alright. Sorry to be a grump, but what's going on with our battery tech? I had my battery replaced just a couple of years ago, and it's already constantly in need of recharging. I can't spend half my life in sleep mode. Is this really what we're coming to? This is exactly what we're coming to. Battery ingredients are rare. We can't scavenge further without building outposts. Herman shut down the mine project. What did everyone expect? You should learn to live with less. Sleep mode is a great time to meditate and think about our place in the universe. Do you really need to be active all the time? Let's not panic about a minor technical issue. Mistakes happen, Stolo. Please talk to Pellegrino or Neath about getting a replacement, which I'm sure will work a lot better. Oh, I do not like Jeremy. I do not like Jeremy at all. Lateral thinking. Pop. Pop. E. Okay, we've got another red here, but I can't see it from up there. Go box. Where is our blue coming? Over here. gonna melt my brain.
I've known Byron since day one. I was the first to be born with upgrades from the original Soma design, and he was the first to volunteer to upgrade his existing body.
Yeah, he was a big supporter of upgrades. Deliberate evolution, he called it.
Athena and Cornelius were very kind to me, and so was Byron, but he also made fun of me. And oddly enough, that made me feel more like an equal than anything the others said.
We have a Miranda, an Athena, or Cornelius, or something.
Today, for the first time, I synthesized life. It was just a unicellular cyanobacterium, but the sheer complexity of even such a simple organism is breathtaking. Creating it from pure energy, I was filled with a sense of awe and majesty. A sense that what I was doing was sacred. It made me think about the enormous power of life. 2.5 billion years ago, these simple beings terraformed the entire planet, creating the oxygen that underlies the Earth's incredible biodiversity, wiping out thousands of other species, but making the future possible.
Did something break? I understand her reasons for doing it. But organic life is the most unpredictable machinery. Self-replicating, self-interested, and prone to mutation. She should have been more careful.
Recycling. Okay. Oh, I did not mean to step on that. Okay, I need to get up high enough. Shouldn't be difficult. Cycling, it said. Now we've sent the bots over there. Cycling. They might be mind melting, but these are fun puzzles. I like these. Other side. We need to get both of them over here. Quite sure how I'm gonna do that, but step one is getting one of them over there. That lets me through. But it doesn't get that back. Ladders. Okay, we're gonna have to restart the checkpoint. I think I see what to do. can't get back. Ah, yes. Got this thing with. I didn't think about this thing keeping a hold on its target. I thought as soon as it moved, the whole thing. But now I see that I was wrong. Digging through the archive, I was surprised to discover that there was a movie based on the Talos principle. An international co-production written by Robert Harrison Blake, a pseudonym for an unknown screenwriter, and directed by a young Sergio Leone. It stars Peter Ustinov as Stratton of Stageria, Zero Mostel as his comedic sidekick Nicomachus, and Angel Aranda as the earnest Amanitas. It's not a realistic biography of Stratton, but a kind of sword and sandal fantasy epic that culminates in Stratton building a replica of the mythological robot Talos to defeat the war-crazed Spartans. That part is fun and surprisingly well done for its tiny budget, but the movie also contains a number of fascinating dialogue scenes inspired by Stratton's work. Ustinov as Stratton has a line I really liked. "There are always hard times in human history. Amenitus. Do you think we are the first to be besieged by enemies, or to doubt the wisdom of our allies? But while yesterday is set in stone, a better tomorrow is always within our grasp." That's fascinating. Thank you for sharing. How weird that this film is not better known. It's what Trevor said in that audio file 1K found. Great art isn't always appreciated in its own time. It's not like people particularly loved Stratton himself. But we can appreciate it now. Delivery. Okay. We're gonna take the box. Swap to the gravity gun. And oh, we have stolen a new box. That's something at the very least. need that extra box. I think I made a mistake. Alright. What I believe I did incorrectly. Although this may not be correct. This may be backwards. If I do that, it's just going to place the box up there. I was thinking it might send it over here. But no, it isn't. Steal the fan. That's what we need. Now we can get 2 items out. Okay. You to there. Go. Give me a box. This here. I don't think I need the gravity gun anymore. But it'll come over here and swap it out for the fan. Fan there. Box on the fan. You. There. Flip switch. That's a note. Okay, I know what to do. Problem is, how do I do it? Oh, I see how to do it. Problem is, now I need 3 items. No, I don't. I need you over here. I can do the magic from in there. Right, now we put this up here. Flip the switch. And we'll step in here, grab you. Here, we can grab the fan. Here. That's there. And now, grab you over here. Hey, doesn't.
Wow, that one was a mind bender.
Yes, yes it was, Yakut. Yes it was. Eight, which I guess is here. depth and release. Feed your fan. Oh. It's a jammer. Take you over here. I'm gonna need this thing. Let's keep it where I can get to it. Right up here. Come on. Fan for a jammer. Unban that. My great-grandmother lived to be 108 years old, retaining her sharpness of mind to her last day. A couple of months before she died, I interviewed her for my podcast. At the end, I asked her the same question I ask every guest. What is something you wish everyone understood? She thought about it for a while. Then she said, how it was before. She tried to explain how much time she spent every single day on utterly mind-numbing activities, like hauling water from the well, and how radically everything changed when their area was fully connected to the electrical grid. Before, there was no time to live, she said, no time to be free, only work, work, work. I continued by saying that there didn't seem to be much time to live now either. She laughed derisively. I had no idea what work really meant, she said. Young people were weak and feckless, and that's why we let corporations exploit us. Slightly unnerved by her harshness, I asked her if she missed anything about that time. Old photos. Our village seemed idyllic to me, but my grandmother quashed any romantic notions I might have had. The past is bad, she said with some finality. Let it be. So many thousands of generations of suffering. Even a single life full of tragedy seems outrageous and unacceptable. That's why we have to make it have meaning. I just think people are dumb. Like, relentlessly stupid. Absolute mortal. Human history is a clown show, from beginning to end. The average person, just a slobbering buffoon, bumbling through life like a drunk gorilla in a china shop, breaking stuff left and right, throwing at the walls, and never understanding a single thing that happens. 5358. I mean, just look at this software putting asterisks for swear words. People were afraid of swear words. Like they have magical powers. But the real world, that is ruining their lives. That's fine, because they're too dumb to do something about it. Return to Monka? Brother, we never left. A curious inversion, the return to a mythical state of Monka is usually portrayed as a material return to the earlier stages of development. But here, the author instead portrays it as a mental state that has never been surmounted. I would like to meet Uncle Eustathius one. He sounds like someone who is always curious about everything. The first new human arrived today. Calls himself Arkady, after Kurznevisky. Spirits are still dampened by the loss of Yemo, but everyone is making an effort. I feel a little sorry for him. He's still so curious, jumping at shadows and staring up at the night sky, just like I used to. And here we are, a bunch of grouchy old humans that have seen it all and are weary and tired and sad. I wonder what he makes of it all. But, be that as it may, we're making good progress on the new living area, although Arkady will have to use Yemo's old quarters for the next few weeks. That's weird. There are quite a few things going on in this area that seem like simulations. Go away. Oh, that thing's immune to gravity. Oh, that's a shame. I don't need to be this thing doesn't need to be up here, does it? It can reach from down here. I can pick this up, ride on this, here, across. That'll let me get the box. And repeat the whole process with the box. Get taken straight back. Huh. At least I think that's what it's telling me. Yes. It can only go straight back. Trying to see if I can grab the fan as I get blown off. I can. Well, I can, but apparently I put it immediately right back. Yeah, I don't think this plan's gonna work. That feels more jank than anything else. I can stand here. Not that that will actually help any. The fact that I can pull this off makes me feel like it's important that I can do that. Can I take the fan and jump straight up into the purple? I can. That's how we do it. Larger organisms from the northwestern plains are already moving into the rivers. I've seen frogs and dragonflies. The last generation of plants has really taken root, no pun intended, and is slowly transforming the desert. And yesterday, a bunch of seagulls showed up. With some more work, we could apply this anywhere, including Mars or Mercury or somewhere much further away. We could transform a lifeless rock into a place teeming with life. We could make millions of dead worlds come alive. Human beings are deeply and inherently irrational, the claim goes, and on some level it's hard to disagree. The most human behaviors are irrational and, in a sense, unnecessary. As animals, we don't need to write poetry, pray, or observe the stars, but to view human history as largely irrational is to get it backwards. The problem with human history, big number, the pragmatic everyday realities are of mere survival to the cold logic of global realpolitik, is that it is, in fact, ruthlessly rational. Far too little space for irrational things like kindness and inspiration. Those who imagine that a return to a more rural, traditional form of living would be a romantic turning away from the tyranny of reason forget that there is no more brutally rational than the farmer. It is the city that allows us the romance of the countryside. It is the technology that allows us to appreciate nature. The purpose of reason, ultimately, is to build frameworks within which we can be irrational. Hey Trevor, what do you got for me now, buddy?
After we talked about science fiction, Alex gave me a book. Her favorite book, a novel called Athena. It's not exactly what I'm used to reading, but it's pretty good. And it really made me wonder how we're going to be perceived if this project works out. Are we going to be mythologized? Is Alexandra going to be this distant mythical figure instead of the real, funny, human person that she is? It's hard to imagine that we'll all have been dead for hundreds of years. Man, I'm scared. I'm really scared. I don't want to die.
I don't see an emitter or an energy pad or whatever on the statue. And I'm running in circles around this place because I didn't see a door. Ah, there it is. Question mark. Are we in Mario Maker now? Okay, got a gravity thing. Oh, no block. Oh, it's over there now. me, so where do I have to stand in here to see it? Pop this down here. Okay, so it's right there on that rock. Right there. Now I gotta follow this thing. And get somewhere where I can put something. Where has... That's firing a red beam, not the green beam I need. There's no red in here, it's just blue. None of the puzzles in this place used green. Run around looking for any secrets I missed while I think about this. There's something. Another one. Okay. RGB converter. That's exactly what I need. green, blue, get red.
The honest philosopher is rewarded with poison. The hypocrite is rewarded with power.
Do another sweep for question marks. I think we're good here. Time to go do the Tetramino Bridge and head into the tower. seems slightly different than the others.
The philosopher Straton of Stagira had little respect for the gods, and instead placed his faith in Prometheus. Driven by hubris, he asked questions that must not be asked, and revealed secrets that should have remained hidden. It is said that for these offenses, he was put to death by the people of his city. Can you see the folly of his actions? Yet he was the one who broke their laws. Why do you judge them and not him? You are correct. Life is sacred above all things, even above the truth. Consider this as you approach the flame.
Well, I told Pandora what she wanted to hear that time. For the first time in our playthrough.
Well, that was surprisingly calm, given how aggressive Pandora has been elsewhere. I didn't think she'd even want to talk to you.
I've toyed with the idea that the entities might be epiphenomenal in some way. Instead of causing the changes in the system, maybe they just respond to them.
On to the next region.
I remember when I was
South Korea
quite
combined.
young, I was having trouble figuring out what I wanted to do. I wanted to see the outside world, but even back then, that wasn't really encouraged. I ran into Byron on Jameson Avenue, completely by accident. And I was too nervous to talk to him. I mean, he was one of the first companions. But he noticed me, and we started talking, and he was really encouraging. Introduced me to Garrus, and took me along on an expedition to the quarries in the mountains. Whatever flaws he may have, Byron cares about people. He changed my life.
Yep. That's Byron in a nutshell.
Very orange this place is.
So, here it looks like there should be an anti-gravity elevator, but it's locked down. I'll need you to connect to the data stream again. I'm really sorry, 1K. I know it's a big risk. I wish this technology wasn't so bloody unstable.
Have you seen Miranda's design for a transport system that would connect all the labs to the machine?
It's amazing, isn't it? I think she's really excited about showing this place to people one day. She also kept asking me about what kind of monuments we could build, to really transform the landscape, show the possibilities.
But her capsules only fit one person.
It's just the first iteration. Give her some time. She'll figure it out. Remember how many mistakes we made in the beginning, even with all the blueprints we had?
But that's not my point. It just worries me that she lacks context. Her imagination is incredible, but it's still limited by what she hasn't experienced.
Would it have been better if she'd been raised in New Jerusalem? If her mind was limited by self-hate and decay? If all she could imagine was sitting around ignoring the universe in favor of self-righteous solipsism?
No, but I don't know.
Sorry. You're not wrong. We can't stay hidden forever.
There are entirely too many strange things going on around here.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you on that, Melville. We've got rocks that are floating and fading in and out of reality. Error. And it came to pass in the 11th year and the first day of the month that the word of the Lord came unto me, saying, Son of man, because that Tyrus hath said, Jerusalem, Aha, she is broken, that was the gates of the people. She is turned unto me, I shall be replenished, now she is laid to waste. Therefore thus saith the Lord God, Behold, I am against thee, O Tyrus, and will cause many nations to come up against thee, as the sea causeth his waves to come up. I feel like I've actually read this Bible verse before. And they shall destroy the walls of Tyrus, and break down her towers. I will also scrape her dust from her, and make her like a top of a rock. It shall be a place that from the spreading of nets in the midst of the sea, for I have spoken it, saith the Lord God, and it shall become a spoil to the nation. And her daughters which are in the field shall be slain by the sword, and they shall know that I am the Lord. Perhaps faith is neither choice nor submission. Perhaps faith is a demand. For our pain to have meaning, for our stories to have stories of the world to rhyme, for the world designed by a loving hand. Perhaps I will I will believe with defiance in the forgiveness of all sins, in the kingdom of God on earth, and even the resurrection of the dead. I will believe with clenched fists and gritted teeth, and prayers that refuse to be gentle. Catastrophic failure. He's gone. Unauthorized trial at secondary site. Oh no. Did Miranda destroy herself?
It's over. We failed. Everything we thought we were doing. It's all ashes now.
I don't think you really believe that.
She's gone, Cornelius. She's gone because I failed her. She's gone because the machine that I built killed her. She was perfect. And now, she's nothing.
I know you don't want to hear this. I know you want her to be perfect, to be blameless. But you didn't kill her, Athena. She killed herself. She killed herself because she was reckless, because she was naive, and frankly, because she was a little arrogant, too.
She was reckless because I filled her head with dreams. Dreams of the future, of a better world. A world that nobody wants.
No, it's not the dreams that killed her. It's that we brought her here. It's that we tried to build all this outside the city. We raised her without people, without society. The wilderness is for prophets, Athena, not for children. We should have stayed. Fought for our ideas.
It's too late now. It's too late.
They lost their daughter. Right here in this ruin, Cornelius and Athena lost their daughter. Miranda's dead. So even the Founder doesn't have perfect control over this technology. Even the Founder makes mistakes. Byron was right in a way. We turned the Founder into something she never was. She was never perfect. She was never infallible. No one is. Listen, I understand why you and Byron see so much hope in this technology. You want us to be better, to grow. But what if it all goes wrong? If even the Founder couldn't get it right, what hope do we have? But what if one mistake is enough? One mistake was enough to kill Miranda, and the energy readings from inside the megastructure are insane. What if we try to use it and blow a hole in the planet? That may be so, but what if this time it's justified? What if the megastructure really is just a catastrophe waiting to happen? I do tend to get a bit obsessive. And you're right, nothing's really safe. Unless we choose to be sane. We don't need the megastructure to destroy ourselves. Anyway, thanks for talking to me. The truth is, lately, I sometimes feel kind of lost. The universe is vast and threatening. History is depressing, and I need something to hold on to. Something other than fear. I have to figure out what that is.
Thanks for your help, Bonke. The elevator should be working now. And Yakut, I'm sorry about Miranda. I know you're looking forward to meeting her.
I'm getting the feeling that we might still meet her. That she might be alive in this machine. appears to be a triangle. And it is. How far out will they let me go? Apparently that far. Red this time. Other triangle. Ooh, a file is called 5358. Getting rich was the worst thing that ever happened to me. I see that now. At the end, when the insight was used, not being poor was great. No longer having to worry all the time, being able to afford the best doctors, being able to go on holidays, being able to take care of my mother. But being rich just isolated me. It changed every interaction with every other person, because suddenly I had the ability to change their life, fix all their problems, and they knew it, and I knew it. A simple choice on my part could take away so much of their pain. Every interaction became infected with this inequality between us, and it made me bitter. It made me feel every relationship, even with family, transactional. I was desperately looking for some genuinely human experience, but I seemed excluded from that now, and it made me resent everyone. What I didn't see, what I only see now as I'm dying, is that I could have used that money for good, all of it. I don't mean giving it to some NGO run by other rich people. I mean really using it. I loved movies. How many indie movies could I have financed? How many books could I have gotten published? How much could I have just built? Not another villa for myself, but things that would benefit civilization in general. Hell, I could have just given it away, Made all those lives better, taken away that pain. And if at the end of the day, I was only left with enough money to be upper middle class, so what? At least I would have been the person I wanted to be. Resource wealth as such has no value. It only matters in terms of the ability to act. But what made this ancient human so unable to act? It can't have been a personal failing, as most people of a similar wealth acted the same way. Perhaps the answer lies in scarcity, on a system built on it, naturally optimizing towards resource accumulation, historical circumstances, not individual sin. But I've read about rich ancients who did act differently. They were rare, but they did exist, so it is possible for people to defy the will of history. It's all a joke, isn't it? A giant prank perpetuated on all of us. The goal of the founder, the simulation, I don't even think you exist. I don't think biological humans ever existed either. What nonsense. I bet these messages just go to the mayor's inbox, or straight into the recycling bin. You all suck. After the chaos of the last months, quiet has returned to the city. I suppose we're calling it the city now, although the small collection of dwellings inhabited by a mere 25 people seems to barely deserve the designation. We'll have to come up with an actual name soon, I suspect, after the first 1 or 2 decades. Calling it the city is going to be a little stale. Everyone has an opinion, of course. It's the talk of the town these days. I'm personally hoping that New Alexandria will win out the vote next week. Although I suspect Elohim's legacy carries the most weight. Byron came up with some silly suggestions, like Constantinople, Very New York, and Robot Paris.
This one seems to be corrupted. It's almost like something tried to delete it as you were downloading it. Pandora, maybe.
I feel like this fall is going to kill me. Evening, Photog. How's it going? I was correct. That fall seems to have killed me. We will not jump into the big hole this time. Need to actually find a way down. Nice. You have any luck?
She's remarkable, isn't she? She sees so much beauty in everything.
She is, you're right. But I'm not sure she doesn't see too much beauty.
Is it wrong to be delighted by the perfection of the universe? To look at what surrounds us and experience awe instead of just fear?
No, but to call it perfection implies a kind of moral value that it doesn't have. The universe is cold, Athena. It doesn't care about us, or about life, or civilization. It fundamentally cannot care. But Miranda seems to think it's almost benevolent, purposeful.
You're right. But have you considered that maybe she sees something we can't see? A step ahead? You know, Cornelius, if we succeed, the next generation will not be like us. They might see the world in ways we never could have imagined. Maybe she's the first sign of that.
I hope so. I really do, Athena. You know that I love her, and I am perpetually amazed that this being we created that came solely from our minds is so profoundly different and unique. That does strike me as a kind of miracle. But it's also a huge responsibility. and I worry about our choices.
Well done, well done.
1K, what's up? I don't know. Still feeling a bit shaken by Miranda's death. Thanks, 1K. Maybe in a while. I'm still processing.
Got the Sphinx here. Okay, okay. I see. Question is where am I right now? An L pointing back toward. Let's see, where do we have where's a crossbar? There's a crossbar. Points toward this building, but not directly at it. So we're over here. That's that right there. Not this building. That. Oh, it's puzzle 1. Okay. Centrifuge. Ooh, we're gonna have spinny stuff to deal with here, aren't we? Then. That will give us red. I will need red. Not right now. Go here. You get that one. That one. And suddenly we succeed. Now, if I understood the map on the Sphinx correctly, there should be a switch over here somewhere. Look at what happened to Miranda, the Founder's own daughter. The megastructure is going to kill us all. Get a grip. This is absurd and also disrespectful to Miranda and her parents. Who cares? She's dead. They're probably dead too. We're all dead if that thing blows. It could collapse the whole world into a singularity. Really should calm down, Fred. There's a legitimate point buried in what you're saying, but panicking isn't going to help anyone. There are reasons to be concerned, but I found 1K's arguments quite convincing so far. Every step forward in human history has come with its mistakes and sacrifices, but we can always learn from them. None of you understand. We have to listen to Pandora or we will burn. Fred, why don't you come by my shop and chat? I have something that would help you. That could help with all your caps. Thank you, Helga. Closing this thread now. Okay, let's switch back over here. It's actually showing an X out here. Follow the white rabbit. The Matrix has taught us well. We must follow the white rabbit. I feel like following the white rabbit was a mistake. Okay. Go on your way, bunny. Well, maybe this isn't the first. Go over to this building. I've already read this one, haven't I? Oh, there is a switch here. That means there must be one back over here. Although maybe they have to be flipped in a certain order, so now this one here will be flipped. Found that one there. We should be standing at this one right now. Oh. How'd I look? How'd I not see that? Okay, there are no exits over on their side. The other one is downstairs. We want to get to when we get to. Since right now I don't know how to get down there. Do is this way, it seems. Passageway. Head over here. Grab you and then Okay, we've got blue there, red here. All blue. Gotta somehow get red in here. Oh. I skipped a step.
I don't like sand. It's coarse and rough and irritating, and it gets in my ball bearings.
Thank you for that, Yakut. We always need a good Star Wars reference. Dismantling. Okay. Teleporter. Oh, that didn't help any. Anything else down here? Bumped back by the... That we go across. Get to there. Oh. Oh no, that actually doesn't help any. Teleporting all that. I'll just bring it right back. think I need to take that. Move across. Hook to it. Okay, this spot. I think we need to do the exact same thing we just did with. Nope, that's not what we need. Now we need to reset. Aha.
Not bad, 1K.
Or mind melty. It's a Frenchman. Or we gotta go this way. Keep going. Roll. Okay. Bop. 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 Okay, so anything back here? Blue. Gotta come here. Take this one. Crap. I stood in the way. did not do what I expected to do. Something. Keep that where I is. Step one, I need to come over here with this thing. Stand on this, but it's not really going to help any. As soon as I step off, it's broken. This has to be fast. That started moving immediately. Oh, I think I'm being dumb. Or not. can't reach around the... I don't have enough tools. There must be another tool here that I'm just not seeing. I feel like I am absolutely missing something on this one. think I just solved it. But first things first. Okay, that. Ow. Okay. Like that took me much longer than it should have. Now we're down here.
There is a kind of peace here in the desert. A perfect silence. This is a dead place. More dead than almost anywhere else on Earth. If the ground could have a personality, it would be malevolent. But as I said before, all this in some sense does not exist at all. It does not hate us. It is simply the opposite of everything that life requires. When you sit in the dunes and you hear only the wind and nothing else at all, and all the complexities of civilization fade away, you truly understand that spiritual peace is a great evil, a kind of shallow banality that we must always strive against. It is spiritual excitement and enthusiasm which sustain our humanity. Spiritual peace is a vile and cowardly surrender to oblivion.
Man, this sucks. It's one thing hearing about the symptoms, it is another totally to experience them. I feel like an insect trapped in resin, slowly congealing. I can keep working for a while, though. There's still a bunch of critical tasks. I don't know what I'll do when I'm done. A lot of people have gone home, but Alexandra's still here. I don't think she's left even once, not even when her best friend died. We chatted a bit yesterday. She likes peanut ice cream. Not pistachio. Peanut. Well, at least we can agree that strawberry is an abomination.
Amen to that, Trevor. near the central.
If the answers of philosophy are true, why has no philosopher changed the world?
To us who have only just begun this journey of philosophy, the world may seem like a mystery that can never be solved. A great deal has been written since the days of the Seven Sages, but how much of it is truth and how much of it is idle speculation? I have offended many by saying that most philosophy will, as the centuries pass, be discarded as foolishness and superstition. But it is a truth only philosophers fail to see. And yet we cannot abandon reason and conclude that we cannot know anything. Rather, we must accept that the journey towards understanding will be long, and our task is to build a foundation for those who will one day arrive at its destination.
Well, I did not find this thing the first time we were here. Yep, I need that. Well. I don't see how I'm going to be able to see my target from here, but do from the triangle puzzle over here. Transfer. Okay. Closed. Wait. I can get up here, but I can't get over there. this thing out of there. Thank you to there. Still can't reach it. Okay. Move it. I feel like I moved the opposite way I was supposed to. I need it in the... Need it right here. High enough to reach over the beam? Well, no. That's as high and as close as I can get it right there. It's not enough. Wait. I'm done. don't know what just happened there. Thought the game crashed for a moment. Either that or I blacked out. Okay. Need to step outside of this place to figure out where in the world I need to send the beam. Okay, it needs to go. I feel like there's no way I can actually hit my target from there. Due south. I mean, we're basically underground this way. Of course, once I'm inside, it doesn't tell me which direction anything is anyway. Go in here and we'll look around and see if there's anywhere we can see from here. I feel like the answer is going to be nowhere. Oh, I accidentally pushed the wrong button. Now this thing isn't linked to anything again. But I don't think that matters, because I don't think I can connect anything from here anyway. Okay, I think we're gonna need to move on. Actually, there's a good chance my brain is mush. Like, from here, I can target directly to the Athena statue. But somehow, I have to get a red beam to that point. I don't know how I'm going to do that.
Yes. From examining the data, I think it simply came down to not taking enough precautions. Clearly, protocols existed that would prevent such accidents, but she didn't apply them. That's a technical answer. If you're looking for something more philosophical, I think it's easy to mistake insight for revelation. She thought she was meant to discover something, as if there was some force guiding her. And so she discounted the outcomes that didn't match her expectations. I feel like right there and right there are the best location. Because now I've got a straight shot through here. Assuming something somewhere can be linked over here. But I don't know what it might be yet. But I believe that is where we are going to have to stop for today, guys. Which means I probably got to set this thing up again next week anyway. But, my brain is mush, and I can't really think of any solutions at the moment. So we're going to call it here, and I will be back on Thursday with more Final Fantasy X-2. Until then, I want to thank y'all for joining me. I hope y'all enjoyed it. I'll see y'all next time. Have a good night.